Hey Gator Nation, Florida football heads up to Lexington, Kentucky this weekend to take on the Wildcats. I'm Jeff Cardozo. Time for Up Next with Billy Gonzales, presented by UF Health. Coach, welcome. Last week certainly didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, dropping that one to Georgia, but it's an opportunity now to get on the road again and see what happens up in Lexington.
It is. This week's been great. The players have been fantastic. There's been a lot of energy. The message is still the same. Play for each other, play for the patch, continue to fight, and finish strong.
Going into Georgia, obviously they're learning you and maybe some of the different things that are going on. Do you feel like now maybe this week was better than the previous one as they try to get to learn that stuff?
I do. I think whenever there's change involved, there's a little bit of self-doubt. What are we going to do? How's the team going to respond? What kind of offense? What are we doing? If they're going to be changed on defense? After the first week, it's done. The change has already happened. Now let's move on. Let's get ready to go play football.
Yeah, because you talked about that communication a lot, moving some different things around with the headsets and those kind of things. And to me, at least from the outsider, it looked pretty flawless. Were you happy with it?
I was. It went smooth. The communication piece on and off the field, getting the play in. We didn't have to consume any timeouts for any substitution errors. The overall communication piece, I thought, went really, really well. We got to continue that process, and then again, we got to improve on it.
This league is crazy. I think you know that. I mean, some good teams lose to bad teams, or vice versa. Or really, it just seems like every week is close. Kentucky goes and gets their first SEC win last week, so they're feeling a little bit. They're going to be ready for you guys.
They've got some momentum. Obviously, they had a big win on the road. Anytime you go into someone else's house and have an opportunity to get a W and come back home, and they're what we talked about a little earlier. They're probably sitting there thinking right now that, hey, listen, we beat this team 3 of the last 4 years. They've got a little confidence. The team probably can feed on that a little bit. I'm sure their coaches are probably telling them the same thing. But here's the thing. We've got a great football team. We've got some great players. We don't have to worry about anybody else. We got to worry about ourselves, take care of our responsibility. I think we'll be in a good situation.
So as you try to do that and take care of that responsibility, what are some of the things that, you maybe try to take advantage of with Kentucky this weekend?
Well, first and foremost I think they've done a great job over the years. Coaches, he's recruited to his defense, his style of what he's done on the defensive side. They've been big up front. They've usually had length in the back. They've got some running backs, or there's some linebackers that can run. They can run with the speed of a running back. So they've done a great job recruiting to the scheme and to their fit. Predominantly a one high team. They'll change it up a little bit with a 2 high shell, quarters coverage from behind, and then offensively, they do a good job. Their ball control offense. They try to run the ball. They're going to try to run counter. They're going to try to run power, and they've got a couple transfers on the perimeter that can make some plays for you. So we've just got to make sure we got to hold our gaps. We got to be fundamentally sound. We got to play fast like we did last week.
Well, since you talked about their defense, let's hype up yours because it's pretty good. I mean, Georgia was a team that averaging almost 40 points a game. They've got 3 different wins in the 40s. So you guys held them to just 20. So I'm sure you were happy with that side of the ball. You got some guys that were banged up back a little bit too. So, that side of the ball's playing really well.
They are. Coach has done a great job. The defensive staff's done a fantastic job all year long, but the players understand the same thing. They bought into the program and they've been put into a place where they can play fast. We're going to talk a little bit here about Devin's interception, about being able to some of the pressure that we're bringing on the defensive side. I thought they did a great job last week. They had 2 sacks and 4 TFL. So we got to continue to put the pressure on Kentucky this week too.
And on the road, never easy either, especially at night. So I mean, these guys know that. So it's going to be a long day. What are some of the things you try to prepare them with during the day to get them ready for a night game?
Stay locked in, stay focused. Again, try to keep them off their feet as much as possible. But the rhythm, the structure is going to be the same. We're going to get up, we're going to get them moving around a little bit, get food in our bodies, and then do some review again mentally, and then we'll do some walkthroughs. But again, the biggest thing is just to stay focused. I want them off their feet. I want to be able to lock in, watch TV, watch some college football and television, and then try to get your mind right.
Nice, easy walkthrough with this guy. That's up next, presented by UF Health.